Hi, in this video we are going to continue implementing our smart contract and we are going to implement our payment logic. For our logic we have two parts. First, the users will deposit tokens and we are going to increase their balance. With their balance, in a separate function, they will be able to make payments for their rented cars so that they can rent cars again. So let's get started. First, we are going to have a function called deposit. We don't need any parameters here. It's going to be an external function and we are going to say payable, because if we don't say payable here, then we cannot accept tokens with our function. Then I'm going to check if the user exists or not. For that I'm going to say is user message.sender user does not exist. We got used to that part, I guess. Next, we are going to get the user with users message.sender and we are going to update their balance here like this. Once we set message.sender, we are getting the address of the wallet that is called this function. Once we set message.value, we are getting the tokens that are passed with this function. So here with the message.value, we are increasing the balance. Next, I'm going to emit the event here called deposit, and it's going to be message.sender and message.value as the amount. Now we are going to implement our makePayment function. It's also going to be an external function and we are going to check if the user exists or not. Then we are going to get the dApp of the user and the balance of the user. Next, we are going to check if the dApp is bigger than 0. If not, we are going to say user has no dApp to pay. After this require, we are also going to check if the balance of the user is bigger or equal to the dApp so that they can pay their dApp. If not, we are going to say user has insufficient balance. Next, I'm going to say unchecked and here I'm going to say users message.sender that balance minus equals that. So what's happening here? Here we checked if the balance is bigger or equal to that so that user can pay his or her debt. In here we are saying unchecked. By default here Solidity checks for an underflow. But since we already checked if the balance is bigger or equal to that here, we can say unchecked here. Because for the underflow or overflow checks, we are actually paying more gas fee. Since we already make the check here, we can say uncheck here so that the Solidity wouldn't check this statement. Solidity wants to make sure that this is not negative, but since we did it here, we made the check for Solidity, so we are saying unchecked here. Next, I'm going to say total payments plus equals dApp. And we are going to get the user and their dApp. And we are going to say it's equal to 0 because they paid their dApp and we are just setting their dApp to 0. And finally, we are going to emit our event here. And the wallet address will be message.sender and the amount will be that. So let's quickly review what we did in this video. First, we created a function here called deposit so that the users can deposit tokens to their balance. We already implemented this makePayment method here. With this method, users will be able to make payments with their updated balance that they did using the deposit function here. And in our next video, we are going to see what a reentrancy attack is and how we can prevent it so that we can create this withdraw balance logic in a safe manner. Thank you very much and see you on the next video.